In this, our final episode of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, tensions are at their peak as it's finally time to determine the new leader of the coven. The final moments of this game were jaw-dropping. There were twists and turns I did not see coming, and by the end I was ready to hop back into the game again to try my hand at another turn of the Cosmic Wheel. Let me know what you think about the ending that I got and about this game below, and as always, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy. The cliffhanger we were left on was absolutely wild. I can't believe we're in a flashback where we maybe have been recovered from the ocean, maybe didn't ascend at all. Yeah, I don't even know. So let's just hop into it. I'm just so excited to see what happens. Fortuna, talk to us. What happened? What were you thinking walking into the ocean like that? I drowned? Were you trying to kill yourself? What's all this about becoming a witch? Back off a little bit, Patrice. She's probably going through some kind of crisis. It's all right, Fortuna. We're here with you. What? Everything's all right. You're safe. We're your friends. Seriously, what the fuck is going on? You're still in shock. We'll take you home, make you a warm drink, and talk through this, okay? Don't do this to me, Fortuna, all right? Okay? What's going on? We should get back to the asteroid, Patrice. What? Oh no, she's lost it forever, Ava. Deep breaths, everyone. Did I travel back in time? Oh, come on. No, sweetheart, you haven't traveled back in time. Where do you think you've come from? Outer space, centuries into the future. And how is that possible? I'm a witch. Stop it. Don't enable her fantasies, Ava. It's not fantasy. You're a witch too. Wake up, Patrice. You're a space journalist. You founded the Cosmic Gazette. Oh no. For the love of God, what are you saying, Fortuna? Okay, let's not panic. This will pass. It's just some kind of stress-related crisis. I believe we'll be able to better help her if we just ask her about her predicament. I'm sure there must be some truth hidden in the witch fantasy. Are you sure? It's worth a shot. Okay, you take the lead. This is too much for me. Okay, Fortuna, can you tell us more about your witch coven from outer space? Sure. We're about 100 witches. Our coven is one of the most respected in the magic community. Just recently our leader died and we were in the process of electing a new one. Okay. Tell me more about these elections. I'm helping my friend Dahlia become the leader. It's a shit show. I think it's going to determine the fate of the witch world. Oh, yeah? Why? I don't know. Our coven is too powerful because I messed with fate too much using my cards. I tried not to use my cards. But I mean, the whole thing started when I used my cards and predicted the doom of our coven, so I think I messed with fate too much. I think I want to take the elements of response. Like, again, there are people who I've messed with who definitely have had their fates changed. And I have been using my cards to sway people, like the cartographer, the explorer, is it Manaka? So I have to take some responsibility for that. Oh, wow. And why are your cards so powerful? I'm not a fortune teller. I can override fate. What does that mean? When I use my cards, I'm not foretelling what'll happen. I'm deciding it. I can even alter the past. Holy shit. And are using that to manipulate the elections? Yeah. I've tried to avoid to do so directly, but I have been using it to our benefit. Wow. Could you detail the ways you've manipulated everything? Fortuna, wake up. No! No! They're messing with you! God damn it! What? What? Fortuna. I'm here. What happened? I found your eyes rolled back, mumbling to yourself. I was trapped in some... The sensory witch. The sensory... Oh my god. The sensory witch. I am reeling. I am reeling right now. Oh, okay. Okay. I was trapped in an illusion. Someone tried to make me believe I'm not a witch, and that it was all a delusion from before I ascended. Oh, shit, they kept asking about the political race. I said everything. I was honest because I was in shock, and I thought I was with my family. Did you disclose any sensitive information? Yes, I kind of confessed I've been manipulating the elections with my powers. Why are you laughing? I can't help myself. I like it messy. You did a number on the team with that one. Fuck my life. Who cares? Nothing can really stop you while I'm on your side. Woke up confident today, huh? Also, it's been a minute. How are you doing? What's up? Hey. I'm in a good mood. Our deal is almost complete. I don't know if I should worry or embrace it at this point. Just try to enjoy it. It's always the best attitude. Sure. Well, I'll get back to doing my thing. Stay strong. We're almost at the finish line. Damn it, damn it, damn it. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Jasmine organized a meetup in her garden to get to know all the novices better. Okay. That happened, so this is a second tea party. I'm back. It was hard to convince witches that the warning system isn't a good idea. Most of them seem to think it's the most sensible option. Surprisingly, it was the producers who were most easily swayed towards our side, along with the oracles. Okay. I'd like you to... I am so frustrated because I confided... I'm pretty sure the sensory witch was the one who did that. It's the only explanation I can readily think of. She's the only one with the power to do something like that. I don't know what to do about it, though. Does this mean I go totally dirty? If we dig up dirt, does that mean we have to use it? No, I feel like I'm already going to be in trouble for manipulating the election, for bringing in people. You know, the refugees are like, oh, you brought them in to pad the votes. So I'm not going to do anything to dig up dirt on the opponents. I'm going to challenge Jasmine. And we are going to go about talking about the Adonis corpse issue. Okay, we've got 3 cycles left. We'll see what happens. 3 cycles means we're basically done. Once people come back, each thing takes minimum of 3 cycles, so we're in the lead, but not nearly as far ahead as I was hoping we'd be, not nearly as far ahead as we've been. So let's read some interactive fiction just to, like, calm ourselves. Unholy Exorcism. Oh, God. Giada Zavarais. I feel like I have a lot of your stuff, Giada. You thought you knew your demons. You spent your whole life exercising them. Duke Bathim, the serpent-tailed, Earl Fufur, the winged deer, Duke Murmur, who rides a griffin, and Basilbub, surrounded by flies. But you had no name for the monster inhabiting the girl in front of you. For the wheel of fire in her eyes, the pale glow emanating from her skin. She was tied to her bed, pale and still as a corpse, and when she spoke, she let the words fall from her mouth like pieces of glass. Fear not, for behold, I bring you news of great joy. She smiled a terrible smile, too white and too calm, sparkles dancing on her lips like brine. We are an angel on a holy mission to learn what it means to be human. We have chosen this girl as our host to allow us to experience the world through her. If I let it speak, that's probably going to invite its powers in. If I attempt to exercise it, I probably will make it mad. I'm curious. This is not good, but I will let it speak. And the angel said, the girl shall now live her life in a state of perpetual bliss, mind shrouded in ecstasy while her body wandered. A brief existence, for human flesh is not made to host angels, but oh, what a blessing to be the living receptacle of a miracle. She did not ask for this, yet could not hope for a better life. The girl was only 13. Dang, that's why you had to slit her throat. That's why you brought her here. That's why you told the angel to take your body instead. That's why we brought her here. That's why you are now in front of the Vatican. What? Oh, God. The exorcism. Oh, no. With the girl in tow, telling your superior she's blessed, holy, a saint, and a living miracle. You try not to meet her gaze. Most of the time she's peaceful, but occasionally she looks as if she's about to scream. These stories are so good. I wish I had them in a print edition because it would be really nice to... I'm much better at absorbing text when I see it, like, tangibly, interestingly enough, like on paper, and I can maybe do, like, sticky notes and mark it up. I would love to have this as, like, a little pamphlet or a book. I wonder how many interactive fictions there are. Nothing. Okay, let's see. What have we got in terms of magic? We have enough for one more card, and we have not made a card in a minute. So let us... Let's do the Jade Monks. And I really like the Centaur. Yeah, the Deerfolk Paladin. I think I have enough for that. And I have enough. Here we go. Do I have enough for the squirrel? Yes. Oh, perfect. Oh, this is going to be cute. Okay. All right, here we go. We got our, I've been very much saving this centaur deer character. And I realized having the squirrel on the shoulder is just so cute. I very much like that. Dear Folk Monk. Whispers from the undone Jade Witches imbue this card with emotion, outstanding at keeping the peace, a symbol for tirelessness. Indefatigable support. The opaline scroll imbues the arcana with the energy of every element. This is a very strong card with introspection, determination, rightfulness, guide, discovery, deception, the unknown, communication, peace, support, judgment, success, justice, test, power, all of these very strong traits. Oh, 2 cycles left. We are in the home stretch. Oh my gosh. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous at this point. Oops. Reporting on harvest energy. Boom. Energy freshly harvested for you, my friend. Perfect. I was kind of hoping if we can get to 5 and everything, at least we can pay back the celebrity by the end of it all. But I'd like you to... Oh, never mind. Let me take a look. Voting intention. How are we with the warriors still at 100? Okay, we're good with producers. We are closer with novices than I would like, to be very honest. The academics really hate us. The academics hate us. I wonder if we could go promote our program to the novices. I think the energy Dahlia has will read very well with them. Okay. And we've built a card, so let's take a nap, I guess. Are we really taking a nap with 2 days left? I want to save some energy just in case something happens. Let's maybe read a story and then go to bed. The Metanet by Clara Donia. The Metanet is the largest social and neurological network in the world. Oh God, it's like the internet, but more. It keeps you hyper-connected in the present. In exchange, your past is fading away. There is someone in the realms of the past you do not want to forget about. It seems contradictory, but you have been feeling ever so lonely. The cards in the hyper-reality tarot do not lie. He is important. You know well to trust the readings of the algorithm. There's a sacrifice to be made. All the links you have built in the network, all the people you know will be lost forever in data oblivion. Except they won't. You download all the data of your years in the metanet, all the names and avatars and interactions and moments shared. This encyclopedia of your life online will be printed in reality, ready for you when you leave. The person you're trying to find is somewhere in the data. You met him in the online lands, but he left the metanet back to reality. He felt his life there was not enough. You're going to do the same, right? It feels like the correct thing to do. It's funny because when we are on the internet, I feel like I've done this before, and I've heard so many of my friends and folks online say like, wish I could disconnect totally from the internet. Oh, wouldn't life be better if we had no social media? But at the same time, it's so powerful. I wouldn't be where I am today without social media, and I wouldn't know the people I know. I wouldn't have had the opportunities I've had. The internet at its best is an incredible thing. And I imagine the metanet is something similar. Reality does not guarantee that we'll find him. We don't know if we'll find any sort of connection in reality. But I feel like I would regret not leaving to find him. Whoever he is, I feel like I would regret it. So I'm going to go. You are ready to take a look back at reality. It must have been forever. Time warps in the metanet, and you do it. You turn off your network. You remove all the systems that kept you connected from your head. Oh God, is the shock going to just kill us? The loneliness feels overwhelming in a home you had forgotten. The beam of natural light coming through the window is unbearable. But then you see the outsiders through the window. The outsiders never adapted to the metanet. You watch them go about their disconnected lives. Maybe it's not so bad out here. Time starts moving at a measurable pace. You love clocks. You remember when they took them away in the metanet, but you don't remember much more. Days go by and you remember how to do some basic stuff to survive outside. Oh, remember you loved cooking. The sensory experience of cooking. You gain access to memories of evenings spent learning how to prepare your mother's recipe. There's a warmth you have not felt in a long time, but there's something you are forgetting. Days go by and you remember your corporeal form. You remember you loved your body because it allows you to do things. You gain access to memories of time spent in front of the mirror admiring your body, touching it. There's a sense of security you have not felt in a long time. Being present in your body, oh my God, what a feeling. But there's something you're forgetting. Days go by and you remembered pleasures. Remember you loved nature. Oh, that's an easy one for me. You gain access to memories of time spent walking through the fields and the forest near your house. There's a feeling of freedom you have not felt in a long time. But there's something you're forgetting. It feels good out here. The metanet feels like a bad dream that you escaped. It comes with the realization that the metanet and reality are incompatible. Every day your memory of it fades, but something doesn't feel right. You don't want the metanet to disappear from your memory entirely. Then you remember your encyclopedia, a history book of your past self waiting to be read. You printed it before you disconnected, filled it to the brim with data. Innumerable sheets sit in your printer. And that triggers a remembrance of him. You were caught up in adapting and enjoying reality that you had forgotten. His name, avatar, and your past together have to be somewhere. But if you had forgotten, is he really that important? Do you really want to go back and look at a past you would prefer to lose sight of? The past can stay where it is. You burn the sheets in your garden. Wow, I don't think I could do that. I am very much a person who wants to look at the past, even if it isn't pleasant all the time. So you need the past. You saved it for a reason. He is important, so you gather the sheets from the printer. It takes you days to put the sheets together. Their volume is colossal. The weight in your hands makes you shiver, and years of your life are minutely detailed. You wonder how you would find his name among billions of data points. You start to look at the sheets. The lack of time in the metanet makes them near impossible to order them chronologically, but there's something else. So much of it you could have remembered or recognized when you were connected. Outside, you realize it makes nearly no sense. Days go by, and you manage to piece together small timelines, tiny interactions of a life spent online. Some lingo you recognize, but most of it seems like an ancient language. None of the data feels like him, but you start to wonder if you would be able to recognize it now if you had it in front of you. Months later, you start to forget even what you put together. Words and names escape you. Avatars look nightmarish. The sole purpose of the task starts to slip from your memory. You don't remember him anymore. Years later, you look at the pages, scrutinizing their purpose. The encyclopedia of data sits in your library among fiction novels. I need to print out these stories. If there is a compendium or a book being made, I will purchase it. The section of that short story about looking back at the internet, or the metanet, and seeing the lingo and all of this data that you just can't quite comprehend, and you're just like, what did this even mean? It's funny because I took a break from being online. Like, I took a week, just 1 week, totally off. I didn't really go into social media. I did not go into work because I was on vacation. I just took a week away. Didn't post, didn't do anything. And it was so weird coming back because even though it had only been a week, and that's not a lot of time, and when you think about it, I remember like scrolling on TikTok and thinking, I have no idea what some of these jokes are already. I don't know what's going on in some respects. On Twitter, there was so much drama that like I didn't even know where to begin. And so I was able to catch up, of course, because I was clocked back in, tuned back in, connected to the metanet. But that moment in time of being disconnected and then coming back, it did feel so much like, what is this place? What are we doing here? And I say that with love for the internet. I think it is so powerful. I don't think it's something we can put back into, it's like a Pandora's box situation. We can't put it back. It's here to stay. And I think people who are like, let's turn off the internet and do everything like before everything was connected, I don't think that's the way to go. But I do think it's important to disconnect and realize that some of this stuff that we do online is so arbitrary and in some ways like not meaningless, because I think it's really important. I think the relationships we build online are important, but there's a sense of perspective we don't get when we are connected. Like the whole point of having no sense of time. That's exactly what it feels like when you're on any sort of app or on the internet, scrolling, doing a thing. There's no sense of time. And I think that's powerful in a way that I'm not necessarily comfortable with. Okay, well, I guess no one came to see us, so let's go to sleep. We'll rest for a bit, dream. We have 1 cycle left. Ooh, a nightmare. Some men in crimson suits are following you around in the city. You hide yourself in a diner and order a cherry Coke. A beautiful old woman sits next to you and offers you her handkerchief. You smell it, and you fall in love. 1 day left until the election. I was super afraid of meeting with the producers. Okay, cool. That's good. Let's promote one more time. Ooh, actually, hold on. Never mind. Let me look at where we're at. Maybe the novices, because we are at the 50-50 with them. Everyone else, I feel pretty confident. Academics are a lost cause for us. So novices, I think we're going to have you go and talk to the novices. Promote our program to the novices. Beautiful. And I think Dahlia is just coming back from that too, when Dahlia does come back. I'm saving my magic. I really don't want to. I want to have a little bit of backup because I feel like I may need it. So let's read one more interactive fiction. Hyper Reality Readings. Another by Clara Donia. A human is back at their workplace. They look at the screen for hours. The algorithm is not enough. The readings have been failing. The machine needs human insights in order to be accurate. The hyper-reality tarot needs the magic of emotional perception. It's just another day at work, providing the sorcery of providence and guidance to those who seek it. The cases start coming in for the human algorithm team and you, the hand of destiny, luck or magic. Case 0015997. They are a young professional who doesn't know how to further their career. The case asks the tarot if they should leave their current employer or stay. The algorithm always makes its reading first. It takes nanoseconds to analyze the case's evidence. It suggests the temperance card. Balance. It suggests balance, purpose, and patience. It has found data to suggest they should stay at their current place of work. It has looked into their data, consisting of pictures and endless lines of conversation. They have a family to feed and a precarious economic situation. Then it's the human's turn. He wants to challenge that. The target algorithm is widely trusted to analyze objective data, but not emotional data. The human looks into their file for emotional cues, the choice of words in their conversations. The human finds search data every night at about 4 a.m. Case 0015997 can't sleep, looking desperately for another job. The human suggests death upright. Change. The algorithm is programmed to trust you. The human believes you are just a higher power who chooses the right answers. I am always a person that goes and advocates for switching your job up when you can, if you are unhappy and if you have a better opportunity, because work is work. It is not family. It is not, they do not protect you in ways that they may want you to believe. They do have a family, and I understand that. I know I have stayed at jobs longer than I've wanted to because I have family and things I need to take care of. But I think it's tough because we don't know their name. We don't know what they really do. We don't know what other skills, what else they'll go into. Perhaps the leap that they make will take them to a much more exciting and better career for them. I'm going to say look for a change. A soft hum in the head of case 0015997. The tarot reading is suggesting the opposite of what they had thought. The decision had been made before reading. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. Case 0015998. He is a retired man of advanced age who feels like his past self is trying to communicate with him through the reflections in the windows in his house. The case asked the tarot if he should cover the windows and forget about it, or open them to let them in. The algorithm suggests the hangman card, reversed, exploring his dark thoughts. It has found data to suggest he should open the windows. The case owns various tomes about dark arts and has searched the net for rituals to summon otherworldly beings. The human challenges that again. He would be shocked that the algorithm is suggesting such a thing if he hadn't seen it working for years. The human looks into the man's file for emotional cues, choices of words in his conversations. He finds none, as the man has no conversations. There's only evidence to support the algorithm's thesis, but the human will not agree. Instead, the human suggests judgment upright. The man should reflect upon himself, his past, and his decisions. He should realize he is lonely and unwell, and then maybe act to transform his reality. And he should definitely keep the windows closed. Once again, you are the overseeing hand, the hand of luck, perhaps the hand of providence. He's a retired man. He's alone. I feel like he has probably had the opportunity to do a lot of reflecting, and again, this is probably not the choice that, this isn't the safest choice, but I feel like at this point, especially if you are at near the end of your life, you're retired, you're heading out, facing things is probably really important. I would want to face things, and this seems like something to face. Case 00159998 stops responding after the reading. You don't know if he received the message or if he had disconnected beforehand. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. I hate that. I hate that we've spent time, energy, thinking about these folks, trying to help them as best as we can, and we don't know what's going to happen. And I imagine after an eternity of that, your ability to even care and put thought into these decisions probably gets smaller and smaller. Case 001599, a tarot reader. She asks if her readings are making a change in the world. There is a perceptible trembling in her online being. You know this is a woman who is questioning her whole identity at this precise moment. The human perceives this too. The algorithm is quick and ruthless in its proposition. The card it displays is the world reverse. Accept Hearth's truths, no one makes a change in this world. The human secretly agrees, but approaches from a different angle. The world upright. Bring closure to this enterprise, but feel fulfilled. You are the only one who has power over the final display. Change is not possible. Perhaps change is not possible. I don't necessarily believe that. I think there are ripple effects. But I think if you are pushing for change, you should feel fulfilled in the things that you are able to do, the actions you're able to take. And if she feels like she is taking those actions and making an impact, that's not a small thing. It brings me to this sort of like almost nihilistic train of thought where it's like, well, if, everything means nothing, so why should we even care? It's like, well, but it's what we bring to it. It's our interpretation. It's our intention. It's our hopes that make meaning of things where there is none. Because I think I don't know. I think she should feel fulfilled. Case 00159999 leaves the reading room quietly. The algorithm does not feel. The human is relieved. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. That's really good. All right, we'll rest for a bit, and I think it'll be election day. You work at a gas station cleaning the windshields of the customers. You spot a little white dog inside of a van while you're working on it. You bark at the animal and the dog, scared, jumps out of a window and escapes. The customers blame it on you and you are fired. 0 cycles left. Here we go. Your team is ahead by the end of the political campaign. Heck yes. All right. Well, at least in terms of the numbers so far, we are looking good. And I got an achievement for it. That's cool. All right. Time's up. We did everything we could, and we are the favorite in the polls, so things are looking good for us. Great job. But let's not count our chickens yet. In a couple of days, the whole sisterhood will get together at the House of Cosmic Providence. There, every party will get to debate our coven's future, and not only that, but every sister has the right to speak and will be able to express their hopes and concerns. Pretty much anything can happen there. Have you ever been to the House of Cosmic Providence? I've seen it from outside, and it's pretty intimidating. I've been inside for some dealings, but never for an official assembly of the sisterhood. I'm nervous too. The thing is, inside its main hall, time holds still, so the debate can go on for hours, days, or years if necessary. Oh no. The rule is that no vote shall be cast until every sister has a chance to say their piece. Then after everything's said and done, we will all vote. And the House of Cosmic Providence will release its hold on time, so fate can unfold normally. We've come this far, so we might as well do the whole dance. Campaigning is now banned until the assembly, so take some time off, enjoy a bubble bath, or whatever it is you do to blow off steam. For me, it's going to be wine and sex fairies. Patrice, again, with too much information. Shut up. Congratulations on getting to the finish line. Let's meet at the doors of the House of Cosmic Providence in a couple of days. Oh, chapter 7. Oh my gosh, I was miscounting the chapters. Okay, so now we're on chapter 7. Oh my gosh. We're here. Let's finish this out. Come on, this one is super easy. Oh, what is she doing? Some clue maybe? So this is young witches, it seems. Or earlier times, at least. This character is legendary. They're known for never giving up. All right, I think you're Wile E. Coyote? What? No, who's that? I know. What's the name of that famous earthling? Ah, yes. Lady Gaga. What? Lady Gaga? Who's that? A pop star from the 2100s, I think? I don't know. She's the only historical figure I know from Earth. Historical figure. Okay, we're from completely different worlds and eras. This wasn't a good idea. But Fortuna, you should know this character. Tell me already. There's no way I can guess it. A hub. A hub? Oh, from Moby Dick. Look at me with a harpoon and everything. That's impossible. I didn't even know what the main character of Moby Dick was called. No? Ugh, forget it. The magic brownie should be ready to eat anyway. Up for some tea and some smiles? All right. Oh my gosh, look, here's the familiar. That's so cute. What a cute little room. Not little, actually. It's a beautiful big greenhouse. I'm ready, ma'am. Brownies sound so good right now. Oh, you shouldn't make them so delicious. I always end up having one too many. And they pair with the tea so well. Oh, I'm gonna want a literal ton to take out later. I figured as much. I already prepared a survival kit for you. I'll help you carry it to your asteroid later. Oh, this is right before exile begins. Much appreciated. Hey, Fortuna, how come you never got a familiar? It's so silly every time you write to just get like an envelope with a message. One of the best parts of witch correspondence is getting to pet each other's familiars. I always wanted to bring that up too, yeah. I don't know. I have serious trouble with commitment. Like, that's a living being, and I need to think about feeding them and taking care of them. But now that you're exiled for a millennium, wouldn't it be good to keep you company? We don't need to talk about this if you don't want to. No, it's all right. I guess I wouldn't want to keep any sentient being imprisoned with me just so I don't feel alone. Fair point. You've always been so empathetic. I don't think empathy is what's going on here. I'd say it's the opposite. How egotistical and self-centered I am. Hey, where's that coming from? I'm not looking for pity. I accepted it long ago, so don't worry. Fortuna. Hey, I know. If you had to get a familiar, what would you like to be? A cat? Ooh, a crow. Ooh, a sentient eye, something weird like a chocolate golem. Definitely a cat. The crow is a very close second. I think crows are absolutely wonderful, but a cat for sure. Classic. What kind of a cat? Any. All cats are beautiful. Yeah, but come on, you must have one in mind. Probably a Maine Coon. Oh, I love Maine Coons. Big and fluffy. Ooh, now I want you to have a familiar. When I'm out of exile, I might consider it. Yay! Friends, my brownies are kicking in, and they're making me feel like philosophy. Oh no. Oh yes, here we go. Listen, have you ever considered why men can't become witches? Because men have too much privilege. It's because of our superior emotional intelligence. Maybe it's a biological thing. Because the cosmos is unfair. Maybe it's just an unfair thing that happens. I don't think we're superior emotional intelligence. Not innately. Don't think it's a biological thing. Men have privilege in the earth, but who knows what happens in the cosmos. Maybe it's just an unfair advantage we have. Birds fly and fish can live underwater. That's just the state of reality. But we know that birds fly and fish can breathe in water because evolution took them there through natural selection. There's no explanation as to why women and non-binary people, no matter if they're human, deerfolk, or any other species, are the only ones able to ascend. Oh, touché. It's because men are the fucking worst then. Jeez, I will never understand how men got to be so awful on your home planet. Jasmine comes from the 19th century. From what I know, that was fucking nightmarish. Women didn't even have the right to vote. And that was just a symptom of how much they saw us as inferior. You sure you don't want us to invade your planet and institute a matriarchy? Let's do it. No, we're on a path in human society. Well, they're on a path. It's not our fight anymore. Slowly but surely, women are turning it around. My offer still stands if you ever want it less slowly and more surely. Oh yeah, nice. Really nice. Are you high, Jasmine? Yep. Aren't you? Yes. Let's dance. Aww. Friends dancing with a brownie. Yeah. Oh, Jasmine, have you been learning new moves? Yes. Woohoo! Should we put some music on? There's music already. The plants are singing. Oh, sure. I love this. A moment of friendship. And I'm so sad that this is not where we're at right now. I'm gonna miss you so much. Oh. I'm crying because they're friends, and now everything has changed because of the campaign, and that makes me so sad. Fortuna, I love you. I love you too. I love you so much. Hang in there, 40. Okay, thank you for killing that vibe. What did you just call me? Yeah, I always get a little bit emotional when friendships between, like, women happen on screen, simply because it's not always a given. And it sucks because a lot of this has been women whose friendship has been breaking down throughout this entire game. So it's especially poignant to see that bonding moment just 200 years earlier. Finally alone. I've missed you, Abramar. It's been too much having so many people in here all of a sudden. Yes. Plus, I missed you. You missed me? I never left. I missed talking to you. Just the two of us. Oh, I missed you too. I don't want to be toxic and hoard you for all myself or anything, but I was so jealous of all those witches visiting you while I had to remain hidden. Okay, what's going on? Why are you getting this cloying? The end is near. What end? You will soon hate me. Why? What are you going to do? Activate the fire seal. And I will have to absorb your immortality. You'll need to go back to the mortal world and we won't get to see each other again. True. I knew the moment to pay would come sooner or later. I intend to pay. I won't hate you. We'll see about that. I've been through this too many times. It's only natural to want to rebel against the one who's taking something precious from you. I don't think I will ever hate you, though. No matter how much you loathe me. You really are special, Fortuna. I will treasure our time together no matter what happens. I'm happy I met you, despite everything. Hate me or not, you're getting what you wanted. Tomorrow you will leave this asteroid at last. How are you feeling? I feel sad? Oh? It doesn't make any sense, I know. All this time I've been longing for freedom, and when I'm about to reach it, I feel sad? Haven't you ever felt sad after accomplishing something after it took you so much to accomplish? Sorry, can't relate. We behemoths don't achieve, we just make things happen. Of course you do. I don't know, Abramar. My only hope is to gather enough strength to build a life I can enjoy from this point onwards. Whatever the case, I sincerely hope you enjoy the rest of your existence to the fullest. Thank you. And speaking of enjoying ourselves, this is probably our last night together on this asteroid. You're not coming back to this life, so make all the cards you want. Enjoy some books, lay in bed. And when you're ready, let me know, and I'll let you ride my back to the House of Cosmic Providence. What? I'm getting to ride you like a cosmic shrimp? What? You just didn't call me a shrimp. Sorry, I've been thinking about it since the moment I first saw you. I've heard lobster before, but shrimp? Come on, show some respect. Sorry. Oh, magnificent lobster. Shut the fuck up. Take your time and I'll fly you to Congress. Aye. Oh my goodness. So he encouraged us to make more cards. We don't have like the full deck still. I don't even think I have enough magic to do that. But I will leave with one more story. Forensic Report of a Revolution by Ivan Papiol. In our country's recent history, there was a fascist regime that wouldn't hesitate to murder anyone that dared to speak against its values and leaders. The militia would discard their bodies in mass graves and send their severed hands to the families as a warning of the fate awaiting the resistance. The enigmatic chiromancer Muixco developed a forensic palmistry practice that would find out how these killed had died and where they had been tossed away, so that their families could hopefully find the bodies of their loved ones and give them a proper burial. But eventually, the regime's militia came storming down on the chiromancer's home and sent them to prison, claiming conspiracy against the regime. Despite these claims, Muixco's respected expertise in the field of forensic palmistry was so renowned that the police offered them a great, generous deal. They would be granted freedom as long as they helped the police find the terrorists that were killing key politicians in mysterious circumstances. Muixco would be handed an ornate, shoe-sized red box containing the right hand of one of the murdered politicians and write a report with helpful information. The first box contained a hand with a strong earth energy that the chiromancer felt belonged to someone born with a deep contentment for following orders. Muixco had seen this hand on TV before, making the regime salute. It's a pitiful fortune line that made them chuckle the first time they saw it, so it was unforgettable. The chiromancer wrote in their report the sad fortune line and how miserable it was. I don't want to work for this. I'm not going to work for the police, so we're just going to poke fun at them and the people they want me to figure this out for. The chiromancer pointed at the faded fortune line in the politician's hand and included the report, guessing that this murder had probably been a lucky success for the terrorists, for this was just a very unlucky person. And so their report was sent. The next day, the chiromancer stuck their arm out of the prison cell to get the next ornate red box, and the second box contained a familiar hand with water energies. It was the hand of a famous writer and speaker of the regime. Muixco had attended one of her speeches. At the time, they took notice of the fact that this person's ring finger, the finger of art-inclined individuals, was remarkably long and found it ironic, because the thing that made her speeches popular were her views on art being the rotting of civilization. It was a shame. She was clearly talented at it. The chiromancer wrote in their report, "This was the hand of an artist." Yeah, I'll share that. They did not wish to insinuate that this hand's owner had partaken in clandestine artistic activities, but if it was up to them, that was the lead they would follow. There was a chance this hand's owner had met with a dangerous terrorist during a secret artistic endeavor, and so the report was sent to the regime. Oh dang, I didn't realize that would be the implication. Shucks. Dang it. Trusting that clandestine art groups had already time to flee after their imprisonment. The next day, the chiromancer stuck their arm out to get the next ornate red box. Seeing the third box's hand brought a smile to Muixco's face. It meant everything was going as planned. And in their final report, I left the report blank. Muixco had always known that they were destined to die helping overthrow the regime after the dictator had been murdered, and the time had come. But in their final moments... Oh no! What? The chiromancer got cold feet and used their ink pen to cut a longer lifeline into their own hand in a desperate and futile last effort. The prison caught on fire during the retaliations with Muixco inside. At least their allies wouldn't know how their last moments went, and they would die a martyr. Oh, I think I totally misinterpreted the implications of some of those choices. That's interesting. And I think, looking at we have a lot of water and fire. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have so many card spaces left. We've never drawn the Cosmic Wheel. I'm a bit sad about that. But I'm gonna do it. Let's go for it. I want to save again. I'm a bit apprehensive of not going in with any magic because I feel like I don't want to be thrown for a loop and not have the magic needed to do something. To all our sisters, The House of Cosmic Providence is ready to receive us all. It's time to gather. Fate awaits. Ooh. Are you nervous? Yes. Why? I'm about to meet dozens of witches all at once. Do you care about what others think of you? Yes. Don't you? I'd like to say that I don't care about what anyone thinks about me, and after having lived through many universes, it's mostly true, but from time to time I find someone I do care about what they think. Are you talking about me? Yes. In fact, I was listening in when you were talking with Eugenia about me. Of course you were. I like him very much. I owe him my life. Oh, I wish I had lacrimal glands to tear up. Shut up. I'm sorry, but I'm being serious. Hearing you say that made me so happy it made me wish I could cry. Abramar. Listen, I never got to thank you properly. There's no need to, really. It's all been, you this whole time. No, I want to do it. You've done so much for me these past few months. I was lost. I was beyond saving. I summoned you as a last resort, and what you've given me is... It's not just a new deck and getting to leave my house. You brought me back to life. Challenging me, teaching me, making me laugh, listening to me. Oh! My heart. Thank you, Abramar. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I love you. I love you too. But you really shouldn't. I appreciate what you're saying, I really do, but I'm not doing all of this for free. Soon. Soon, I'll reap something very important from you. I don't care. Right now, right here, I love you and I'm thankful. I may hate you in the future. Hell, I may even betray you. I don't really know how I'm going to react once the fire seal activates. But in this specific moment, alone among the stars, I love you. Thank you. Look, there it is. The House of Cosmic Providence. Moment of truth. Let's see what the cards led us to. Oh, God! I'm so nervous! The wheel is speaking to us. Oh, everything that is about to happen. Everything that will occur. None of it is your fault. But all of it is your responsibility. And that is true for every given moment of your life. And that is true for every single witch in this cosmos. That is fate. My corpse is without will. The Cosmic Wheel and Adana's name are the same color, if I'm remembering correctly. The wheel and Adana. So I guess maybe it's signifying Adana's becoming part of something greater. My corpse is without will, but my body stands proud of the coven assembled here today. 100 voices to decide the fate of our sisterhood. 100 voices to steer this universe. Your power is enormous, and it will continue to grow. The House of Cosmic Providence will hold time still for us, and not a single galaxy will dare spin until our coven has a new leader. Now pour your voices into the chalice and build a future upon my corpse. Surrounding me around the chalice of undying legacy, we have the candidates. Capressa the historian, Dahlia the daggersmith, Jasmine the gardener. We will soon hear our sisters' opening speeches, but first let's conjure the vote intention for all to gauge the progress of this debate. And remember, in the House of Cosmic Providence, everyone is welcome to talk at any given moment, for we are all equal in discussing the fate of our sisterhood. Now my body shall remain silent for the rest of the debate. I give the floor to the eldest of the candidates, Capressa. Thank you, Adana. I am aware that many of you are eager to leave behind the coven culture established by our former leader. What I bring you here today is not a political pamphlet, but a plea. I have lived through and recall every era of this coven, and that gives me the perspective and the confidence to assure you that our sisterhood has never been more prosperous than in Adana's time. I implore you, we must give Adana's system a chance, experience where it takes us, and I know for a fact this was just the beginning of what Adana had planned for us. Uh-oh. Her vision, the projection of her rules and system, was designed to make us the most powerful coven that's ever existed. That's why my program plans to keep her design intact, with myself as a warden of its prosperity. Having said that, I am genuinely interested in hearing about all the alternatives our sisters have devised for our coven, and I'd like to give the floor to the fiercest, Dahlia. Listen to me, everyone. Dahlia has chosen me as her second, so my role here is to advise her as she goes. I might need to modulate or reel in her speeches. I have a clear vision for this coven. Okay. Go ambitious. I feel like the ambition has been her strength, so we're going to lean into that. Dahlia, I suggest community, sisterhood, solidarity, support, diversity, all which is equal. All right, this is going to be trickier than I thought. Her energy is kind of working, though. And there is one crucial aspect we need to make this vision happen. Okay, this is my opening. Let's direct her speech onwards. Horizontalism, shared power. Gotcha, thank you. Horizontalism. Our community is not so big that we should put our fate in the hands of just a few. The opinion of every single witch should bear the same weight. The referendum system we want to implement will make sure that not a single choice is made to the detriment of the community ever again. No more impositions like the obnoxious quarterly controls. No more excessive punishments. We must reclaim this coven for ourselves. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Sisters, I want to share some findings with you. I'm not proud of the methods I used, but I was worried about letting a dangerous exile into coven politics, so I created an illusory world to draw some raw truth from Fortuna, the oracle exile supporting Dahlia's party. I knew it. Curiel, I knew it. You think you're doing something good, but I don't... Why? I know it wasn't completely right, but when I said I was manipulating, what I found is that Fortuna has the ability to alter this reality. What she does is not divination. It is writing the future itself. The implications of this are too severe. We must adjourn this Congress until we decide how to deal with her. Incommensurable power is not a violation of the rules of this community. Wow, Adana actually said something that supported me. Congress will proceed as planned. But whether this information is relevant to the choice of a new leader is left to the judgment of each of our sisters. And as such, they express themselves through their votes. But this isn't fair. Do you have any other relevant information to disclose to the coven? No. But I beg all of you to be very careful with who we surrender the fate of this coven to. Fortuna herself confessed to me in the dream that she's been abusing her powers to manipulate these elections. We must be very careful with her. Dang it. Sorry for intruding so early in on the debate, but I just wanted to offer my input on Dahlia's right hand, which Fortuna. I came to her for help as suggested by my friend and leader candidate Jasmine. I was in a dire situation handling a gruesome task Adana imposed upon me, and Fortuna with her cards not only helped me get out of it, she helped me find a happiness I hadn't experienced before. Her guidance was otherworldly, and her deck is powerful, and her soul is pure. Please, we need her party at the helm. That's all I wanted to say. And this is Jasmine's friend. Thank you for everything, Fortuna. This is like Chrono Trigger levels of trial right here. Ugh. I know it's supposed to be a debate, but it feels like I'm on trial. Let's move to another candidate. Jasmine, offer your opening statement. Thank you, Adana. I'm so happy to be in front of all my sisters here today. I thank you all for the opportunity to present my plan for an ideal coven. I'm really moved by all the support we've received thus far, and I understand why so many of you still have your doubts about the picture I'm trying to paint. But hopefully after I explain our ideas before all of you, I can get you all as excited I am for the future of our sisterhood. We must be grateful for everything Adana has given to us. That statement didn't go well with people. She's made us grow in an unprecedented way, but it's time we stop being treated like children. We need to grow beyond her system with all her controls and punishments that made us behave like a well-oiled machine. I want to take us all into an era of freedom and trust. We've learned the benefits of hard work and sacrifice, and now it's up to every witch to decide how to improve our sisterhood. We are more powerful, we are wiser, We are very capable of being responsible towards our coven without impositions of any kind. Our program is the next step to ensure the full maturity of our coven. I must speak. Oh God. I mean, Greth is my friend, so fingers crossed. Hello. Sorry for halting the conversations again. For those who don't know me, I'm Greth, a witch architect. You may have used one of my thought shrines. I'll cut to the chase. Recent experiences have made me connect with the forbidden, and I have summoned a behemoth. What? This person shouldn't be allowed to participate in Congress. Time holds still in the House of Cosmic Providence. Should Greth be apprehended, it will be right after we conclude the debate. For now, we should listen to every voice. Thank you, Adana. It's important for the future of our coven that you all listen to this. Oh, God damn. I didn't only summon the behemoth, I fused with them. Fortuna helped me get rid of them, but in the time we were together, some knowledge was left lingering in my mind. I was scared at first, but it allowed me to comprehend this cosmos in a way I would never have dreamed I could achieve. And it's becoming clear as these ideas mature in my limited witch brain, constrained by the rules of physics. Behemoths are not our enemies. Every disaster linked to a behemoth has not been caused by them, but by the witches who access their power. It's us who are dangerous, not them. And the ideas and comprehension of this reality that Gaetherian is allowing me to experience. I want this elevated form of enlightenment for all of you. Reality is way more malleable than we think, and we are shackled by how our mortal selves first entered into contact with this universe. But we can be anything we want to be, and there's happiness beyond happiness. There's existence without language, absolute and incorruptible communication. I could end my speech here telling you that what we should do is vote for Dahlia and welcome the forbidden into our lives, but there's something even greater at play here today. Fortuna. What are you doing? Oh my God, Greth, please, no. Trust me. Fortuna, care to share your experience with the behemoth with all your sisters? What is the meaning of this? Tell all our sisters how high we could ascend should we dispel these absurd traditions that make us live in fear of the forbidden. Okay. I'm gonna go with it. We know that we have our covenant already with Abramar. We're gonna be paying off that once time comes back anyways. I think this will only show and lean into the fact that the forbidden arts aren't dangerous. No! What have we done? Oh no. It hurts! Make it stop. What's going on? Somebody help me. What the hell is going on? They're trapped in a ball of fire. We need to save them. Is this the end of our coven? No! Fortuna, do something! Me? Yes? Dahlia, calm down. What can Fortuna possibly do about this? No, Dahlia's gut is right as always. Let me collect my thoughts for a second. Abramar. I'm going to use my cards to make sense of what's going on here. I'm aware of the paradox it entails. Looking into the origin is going to define what caused this to begin with. But we must do something. Is it because I chose to show Abramar? Project your feelings. Okay, come on. Destruction. What is happening? Ransackers. Abramar used me to take the revenge on the coven that banished him. This is a final test designed by Adana, the conclusion of her attempt to create the most powerful coven in existence. Generatia is trying to turn us all into power. She scribbled her formulas upon every column to turn Congress into an instrument for magical synthesis. I don't want to have a world where Abramar betrayed me. He kept warning me, but I don't want to believe it. Final test by Adana. This doesn't seem like something Adana would do. I don't feel like this is an Adana thing. Junraisha, though, was like, I'm gonna get you all. So I'm going to say it's Junreisha trying to turn us all into power. Junreisha's trying to turn us all into power. She scribbled her formulas upon every column to turn Congress into an instrument for magical synthesis. She's feeding from this ball of fire as we speak. Since time can't flow until we reach a decision as to who will become the next leader, our sisters are doomed to burn eternally. We must come to an agreement to free them. I can't believe Junreisha's trying to turn us all into energy. I would never have expected this from one of our sisters. I'm gonna fucking kill her when we're out of here. You're way too naive. That's why your programs were destined to fail. This wouldn't have happened under Adana's attentive eye. Come on, Capressa, it would have happened just the same. Now isn't the time to assign blame. We should focus on helping our sisters. I can't stand this anymore. Someone kill me. Get us out of here. Okay, everyone, vote for me. Picture me as your leader. Let's dispel the flames. Hey, not so fast. This is just too important. It can't end like this. We must decide swiftly, but we also must decide wisely. What do you propose, then? We cut through all the bullshit and sort out everything in front of the sisterhood. I'm all for that. Fuck Congress ceremony. This is highly unorthodox, but so is the situation. I agree to a straightforward conversation. Very well, I begin. I'm going to be completely transparent since time is of the essence. You must all choose me as your leader, and the reasons are quite simple. You may or may not like my program, but even if you think it has room for improvement, it's the best option we've got right now. Dahlia's program is completely unrealistic and naive. Don't be swayed by her idealism. We cannot function on charisma. Hey, shut up, let me talk. And Capressa, for the sake of haste, can we stop pretending she's relevant? Your discourse is riddled with fallacies, young witch. Open your eyes. I am the most sensible option. Acknowledge it and we can stop this madness. I'm not going to acknowledge shit. What kind of arguments are those? You're just tapping into our sister's fear for a quick and easy win. I mean, Dahlia has a point there. Once again. Right now it's easy to justify the conservative stance because we're in the middle of a catastrophe, but this moment is too important. It may define the coming millennia. We mustn't cast our votes from a place of fear. What we need right now is hope. This crisis is only proving that existence is fragile and ephemeral, even for us witches. We must play unsafely. We must aim, hearts open, towards how we truly want to exist. Forget all of your fears. Hell, most of you may not even be here after the votes are cast. Just feel it. What kind of future do you wish for witches around this universe? That was beautifully said, Fortuna. And that's exactly what I'm planning on bringing to you all sisters. A complete upheaval of all power dynamics. Sisterhood. Coven. Those are all empty terms if we don't stand as equals. Not so fast. That is nothing but pure demagoguery. You cannot appropriate the words coven and sisterhood like that. Communities need leadership and wisdom. Elders have always taken care of the young. You are painting these traditions as power inequality, but it's way more simple than that. It's love, in its most pure and disinterested form. Elders watching over the future generations, paving the way, guiding, teaching. What are you doing? Decide already. Make it stop. Fight each other for all I care. I guess we're not doing a great job of cutting through all the bullshit. It's starting to feel like the opposite. I know. Aren't we friends? Can't we come to an agreement? We need to offer our suffering sisters a way out already. That's easier said than done. None of us wants to relinquish her view, and not because we're power hungry exactly. It moves me, the certainty of how wholeheartedly we love our coven, that we can't simply leave its future up to chance. How about we change our approach? I'm not going to draw a card, because that is going to determine who the leader is. Each of us says who she'd rather have as leader, not including herself. Okay, what'll be the point? We've been at each other's throats for the whole campaign. Let's change gears and discuss our virtues. I like it. I can respect that. I don't really see the point, but I'll do anything to break this impasse. Oh yeah? I guess your case is easy. You would vote for me, right? My program's most similar to yours. I guess so. Not that I'm passionate about it. You were simply the candidate I would distrust the least with our coven's traditions. That's flattering. A point for me, nonetheless. Oh, no, dang it. Who would you vote for, Dahlia? I'd vote for you, Jasmine, obviously. And you? Jasmine said I'd pick Capressa? What? You've always been the most sensible of the lot, Jasmine. Thank you. How could you pick this decaying log over me? You said just a second ago she wasn't even relevant. I'm sorry, your program is just too radical, Dahlia. This is incredible. Whatever. Now what? Oh, there must be something we can do to break out of this loop. A duel won't make sense. We know that Dahlia is going to be the most successful at it, but the other two are not going to agree. I think it's time to draw a card. Whoa, now hold your horses. Didn't you confess that what you do is writing the future? It wouldn't be fair to write us up as the winners. I'm with Dahlia here. This doesn't feel right. Your whole deal feels complicated. We're going to have to deal with your powers right away after we're done with Congress. Okay. I just wanted to speed things up. I can't take it. I don't care who leads anymore. We're not getting anywhere. This is all pointless. We're fighting about who's going to rule over the ashes of our sisters. Shit, Fortuna, why did you have to predict the fall of our coven? This is all your fault. Well, you're not wrong about that. I did write the destruction of the coven. Although I didn't know that what I was doing wasn't divination at the time, I still caused it. Why, Fortuna, why did you do this? Our sisterhood was far from perfect, but it was worth fighting for. We could have turned this into something really beautiful. I know inside I'm like, I didn't know. When I foretold this, how would I have known? But I know now. And the wheel even said it's time, it's my responsibility. So I'm sorry. Fortuna, sorry doesn't cut it here, and even knowing that, you joined the race. What's your end game here? This is what I want to fix everything. I can fix it. Even it's from the ashes of everything we know. I want to rebuild. I want to pursue a better future. Don't you dare play hero now. You doomed us all. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed to have you on my team. Oh my god, what? After all these years away, you come back and fuck everything up. We were better off without you. Adana was right to send you to exile. Wow. That... You really said that. Fuck this. I'm gonna make things right. I'll find a way out for our doomed sisters, and I will write a future for us three. And fuck it, since we're at it, I'm gonna rewrite how magic works in this universe so we don't have to suffer through shit like this again. Watch this. Our sisters. Alright, religious experience. There exists another world beyond this one. The coven will get to live there, waiting for us in an even higher plane. After some intense negotiation, we will use Ziara's Quicksilver to bring everyone back to life. We will accept their deaths, learn from this catastrophe, and start anew. Future generations of witches will live happier existence thanks to the wisdom they inherit from us. I don't want to resign them all to death. We will negotiate. What, everyone? Yes, we'll get to see everyone again. That's it? It's as easy as that? You're too powerful, Fortuna. This is scary. But it's good. It's for a good cause. Thank you, Fortuna. Thank you. You're saving everyone, yes. Let's focus on that. I know this may be overwhelming. I'm still struggling with it myself, but while we figure it out, I can do good. What about us? Ardent honeymoon. Ooh, intense emotional card here. Our best chance at happiness will be to split up, start anew, and never interact again. Unable to forgive each other, we will stir up civil war within our sisterhood. No. No, of course. Of course I would never choose civil war. And you know what sucks is that this is what happens to friendships all the time. Maybe it's not through a political campaign, but sometimes you just grow away from friendships. And I wish them the best, but maybe, yeah, it's time. Our best chance at happiness will be to split up, each to her own path, start anew and never interact again, and we'll forge new friendships free of all the bad blood we've created. Fortuna. It's probably for the best. Yeah, especially after what both of you have said to me. If I'm being honest, I can't really see how I could ever be okay with your whole new deal. Yes, it's a pity, but it's too much. We had a good run though, right? Yes, I'll always treasure the time we spent together. This is only natural. A mortal existence is about dying and being reborn again and again every time your world shifts. I'm looking forward to what's next. Thanks for all the memories. Now to the future. To the cosmos. What have we got going on? The chambers of the opera house make all meanings resonate. Unwavering faith, true guilt, introspection. Okay, this is not so bad of a card. We are the last witches. Ooh. As we perish, witches will become extinct, returning our essence to the cosmos, giving rise to an era of mortal self-determination. Upon our deaths, each of us will become goddesses of a newly formed universe. We will unlock the behemoth arts for ourselves. Every witch will be able to edit reality to their own will, opening the gates to a fractal universe where everything is possible. The implications of that make me a little bit nervous, especially considering the revelations on how behemoths aren't the problem, the witches and the acquisition of power is the problem. So I don't want to do that. Goddess of a newly formed universe sounds pretty dang good. Wow. Are there going to be as many universes as there are witches? Yes. Each one with its own set of rules. I think that's our only shot at absolute satisfaction. That's wild. Did you just effortlessly spark the creations of thousands of new worlds? Looks like it, yeah. I'm a bit shocked myself. Who knows what the true limits of my powers are? I'm scared to find out, in fact. You're so fucking badass, Fortuna. And scary. I'll make the most of the universe I turn into. I promise. Yes, me too. I'm way less scared knowing that this life is just the prelude to my very own reality. I truly hope everyone will get to be happy. That's it. That's all I wanted to deal with. Now, as far as I'm concerned, our sisters can cast their final vote. I have nothing more to do or say. I can't fight anymore. I'm exhausted. Let's get this over with. We lost control of the situation long ago. I'm ready to confront fate. I think our sisters have seen enough and suffered enough too. Our fate is in our hands, sisters. Cast your votes. %. We did it, sisters. Today's marks the beginning of a new era of support and cooperation, all which is equal at last. Congratulations, Dahlia. I never stood a chance, did I? With Fortuna messing with fate and all this wasn't even a race. But I guess that congratulations are in order in any case. I'm looking forward to seeing the coven you'll build, Dahlia. The fate of the sisterhood is sealed. I like how my buddy here is just hanging out. All the other witches are burned, but we got a bonus friend. Now, to honor the new leader, come to me and scatter my remains. I shall become stardust once again, so new witches may ascend. There we go. It is done. Boo. What is this? What's going on? Quick, everyone, get behind me. I'm sorry. I mean no harm. There was no good way of interrupting this moment. You were all being so intense. It's all right, everyone. This is Abramar. He is the behemoth I summoned to regain my freedom. What the fuck, Fortuna? Do you need help? Is this thing bothering you? Do you want me to kick his butt? No. Don't mind me. I won't bother you for long. Fortuna, it's time to pay the price. What price? What is he talking about? To regain my freedom, I offered him my immortality in exchange. What? But you won't be able to live in outer space anymore. What are you going to do? I wanted a better future for you all. I'll have to move back to Earth and make the most of the 60 years or so that are left for this body, with luck. There's no way around it. It's time to pay for Fortuna. There's no alternative. Oh, come on, Fortuna. I know it's hard, but we talked about this. Look at all you've achieved. You've turned the witching world upside down. Now witch up and pay. Interesting. All three of my options don't want me to do it. If I pay, I'm going to hate you. Please, Abramar, forsake the price. I was desperate. Now I see this price is too much. I'll say, please forsake the price. I won't hate him. You know I can't do that. If I forsake the price, I'll be erased from this cosmos. The Cosmic Wheel can't allow the existence of a behemoth who doesn't honor his deals. It is not fair. I went into this the whole time. I knew what I was doing. I said I wouldn't hate him. I said I wouldn't try and like pull one over him. And to ask him to die for me. No. I understand. It's devastating to see you like this. You don't need to be this afraid, Fortuna. Everything will be all right. Come on, open your soul now. Stand proud while honoring our pact. This is all yours. I am proud of you. Let's conclude our pact. I'm ready. Oh my god. Why is it so hard to click that button? It's time. My immortality. That was the end. The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, a game by Deconstruct Team. What a journey. And frankly, a journey that I'm really curious to see what happens with the various endings. Like, what if, is there a way for me to stay alive? Probably not keep the pact and stay alive. Could I have pushed it? Could I have found a different way? Ooh, I almost read all the stories. I think The Curtain was the last one, and I hadn't read that. I'll have to maybe go back and do that. Will we see some of my mortal life? Fortuna. Oh, it's me as an old lady. I've never felt this alone in my whole life. Why the fuck did I alienate I have a cat, too! Why am I like this? It's a big Maine Coon! Oh my god. What did I even do in this existence? Can I pet the cat? Are you satisfied with your fate? Forgive my boldness, but do I sense some unease within you, Fortuna? How can a rider of fates be this disheartened? Why don't you draw another card? What? I fucking hate fate. The Red Strings Club. This is bullshit. I'll never learn to live with this. I'll be miserable if I don't try again. And after I go to sleep, time will restart, and I will get to fix everything. As if this would work. Even I'm not that powerful. I'm feeling sleepy, though. Perhaps. I wonder if I had any other cards, or if I had built more cards, I could have possibly had other endings. Or if that final one will always come with just one ending. There was a lot to unpack with this game. A lot of personal questions, a lot of political, like really big political questions, like what do we value and what do we want to see in our society, which is pretty incredible. I'm digesting it. I think I will definitely be playing this again, mostly because there's so much to delve into. I feel like almost like I just got this fire hose of story and information. Oh, yay! Love seeing folks that I know and have worked with before on here. Really good people are behind this title. I'm curious what would have happened had I played a bit more ruthless. You know, what happens if you're losing the election? What happens if I was not as nice to Abramar? Yeah, I'm definitely, I would like to play this again, and I'm going to be picking different options, just because I played this, and I play any game the first time as just how I personally would like to pick, and then on my second playthrough I usually try to do almost the complete opposite, just to see what the other end of the spectrum could be in terms of narrative. What's incredible is the number of people. I'm always amazed at the number of people that it takes to make a game. It's like, oh, it's an tiny indie game. Oftentimes the games you think are so tiny with tiny teams really have, just look at how many people behind them. Granted, you know, Cosmic Wheel is from a studio that's published other titles before, or at least developed other titles. Devolver, public publisher. But still, I think people think about places like Devolver or, you know, games like this, and they're like, oh, it must be so tiny. Oh, I love seeing these special notes, dedications. Mohammed Bakir Kwam, Abramar body model. Wait. I want to meet Muhammad. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for playing our game. We went through a rough patch, as so many of us did, making this game while surviving the pandemic. Why am I getting emotional? Okay, just emotions, it's fine. It's been 5 years of joy and struggles, so it means so much that you played it until the end. We hope you enjoyed it and that it make you think and feel. See you again wherever the Cosmic Wheel takes us next. It did, and I'm really looking forward to diving into this one some more, because it made me think and feel a lot of different things, and it almost feels like a disservice to play it just once and just go with like the gut reaction. It got me thinking a whole lot about isolation, like that whole thread that they brought in, where it's like, what is the nature of punishment? What is the nature of how we treat people when they do something wrong? And like, why is isolation something that we still use today? Thinking about that a lot. And that was just a small little part of just my specific character, Fortuna, embedded within this greater story of a coven trying to figure out what its next steps will be. So this is definitely one that's worth playing. Highly recommend it. And I'm very excited to hear and see what other folks think about it as they play and go through it. Why are you this stubborn? I thought I'd made it clear. There's no way around it. You will pay the price. It doesn't matter how many times you try, but the truth is I'd welcome 1,000,000 lives with you, again and again. Allow me to join your torment once more. What? My name is Fortuna. I'm a witch. Why did you summon me? Because I would rather lose my pride than my sanity. Sounds fun. Tell me more. I was condemned to exile by the leader of my coven. Wait, did it just restart, or is this... Hold on, let's keep going. What do you use as a clock? Cradle. This is from the beginning, so I'm going to go through. Abramar, we're going to seal a contract. First of all, allow me to express... Oh my gosh, this just kind of... The wheel continues. And we loop again. Is there a true ending? Is there another ending that I should have gotten? I'm gonna have to do some investigating on this game. That, I think, I'm like gonna keep clicking. I feel like this ceremony. Yeah, this is the beginning of the game. Lesson 1. The cosmic wheel turns. I'm gonna have to look up and see and play and just try and figure out all the avenues that this game can take. This is amazing. Wow, indeed. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I hope as you're playing, please share with me the endings and different scenarios you got. I would love to hear. And let me know what you thought about after watching this game and playing this game. Follow the channel if you'd like to discover more indies, and be sure to check out geeksandgrounds.com if you want to join a group of people playing games together and discussing them every month. It is a game club born of my love of the vibes that you get in cafes and when you meet up with friends just to talk about the things that you're watching, listening to, and reading. And we ground the discussion with one game a month, but we bring in lots of different resources and try to expand the way we think about games. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Hope you find lots of games to play, and I'll see you next time in the cafe. Bye.